Good afternoon, my dear viewers, and welcome to Global Education and Training Institute hashtag Live Talk hashtag Disruptive Education. So, hashtag Disruptive Education was started by our director, Dr. Sunita Gandhi, solely with the aim of disrupting education, and we have hosted around 1,000 talks since last year solely with the aim to disrupt education and help the education and the teacher fraternity to come on our platform and share their innovative ideas and viewpoints and knowledges and skills and help the teachers who are our audience to learn and to get new ideas from this platform. As we know, Global Education and Training Institute is working towards transforming education, and we transform education by providing trainings. And you can visit our website and call on the given number there for our upcoming trainings. So with this disruption in education, we have a phenomenal guest with us today as well, Miss Pragya Sharma Pandey. She's a young and dynamic faculty. She is working from last 10 years in the field of education, and presently she's working in the number one Eastern UP Institute since 2012. She possesses double master's degree in commerce and education from Banaras Hindu University and Awadh University respectively. She is pursuing her PhD from one of the renowned Institute of India. She is a 21st century skill-based teacher and trainer, be it decoding the case studies, life skill education, time management training, persuading students in real life management are few of her areas of expertise. She has been awarded the most prestigious Global Teacher Award by AKS in the year 2018. National School Award has honored her as Most Active Teacher in the year 2018, and Sahodaya School Complex has honored her with Shiksha Ratna Samman in 2015. She has conducted various professional development programs for students of commerce and other streams as well. And so today we have Miss Pragya, and she will be talking on the topic: has social media taken over the sorry, something? So over to you, ma'am. You only tell your topic. Something.
Thank you so much, Zainab ma'am. Hopefully, I'm audible and visible too.
Yes, ma'am. You are
So,
audible.
dear viewer, first of all, I extend my heartfelt thank you to Getty for such a wonderful initiative because this is not the first time I have been offered this platform. Even this is second time in a row I have been here as a guest speaker with one of the emerging topic which I feel should be talked about on such platforms. Getty as an institution and Zanab ma'am, both of them were like very cooperative, and you guys are doing phenomenal job in the field of education. Because yes, since last 2 years all of us are all stuck up and locked up at home, so finding ways to stay productive and finding the most productive media usage is something which is highly required at this time. So thank you so much, Getty and ma'am. Before I start, I was just preparing myself that yes, it's a talk time, and then I have to talk to my viewers. So there is some specific lines which are stuck up in my mind, and that goes like change is a law of life, and the one who look to the past and present, they certainly miss the dynamics of future. So, yes, we cannot deny the fact that this is the digitalized era, and all of us are in the phase of modernization with the help of technology. So, technology has really played a wonderful and a massive role in shaping human life these days. But do you think, do you feel that in some of our leisure time, in some of our free time, technology has also entered and has created its very dominant place? I feel the answer is yes. There is one device, the most expensive device these days, wherein all of us are spending lots and lots. And we all have become, there's a hashtag trending word which is called nomophobic. So all of us have become nomophobic these days. So nomophobia is nothing. There is the fear of losing your mobile phone or staying away from your mobile phone. So the most valuable gadget these days, which are taking all our leisure time, consuming all, in fact, I must say not the leisure time, consuming all our entire day and productive and leisure time, and that is the devices we are surrounded by. Some of the recent survey says that the world revolving around the complete digitalization phase, where 7.83 billion people of we talk about urban area having greater dependency on mobile phone and different technological usage. Out of this, 5.22 billion people, which is more than 70%, almost 70% of the uh, population, they are having complete dependency over the mobile phones, and out of those 4.66 billion people having their dependency over internet users, and out of those internet users, I think more than 95% people are the active social media users. So these data are really alarming. There are so many commonly used social media platforms like Facebook, which says that more than 98% people are using Facebook, then YouTube, then Instagram, then Reddit, then Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest, and the list goes on and on. See, all that is not my record. All that has been brought in a recent survey conducted by Hootsuite in January 2021. So these figures are really alarming, and we need to think that are we really making the most productive usage of the social media or the media or the digital technology right available to us? I have a question with my viewers that when we talk about social media, socialization is a process of evolution of human life. So in the process of evolution of human life, we found that media has to play a greater role. In fact, media has become the fourth important pillar of the nation. In that, the usage of social media has come up with several impacts, the gray and the dark and the bright side at the same page. So let's see what I think all of us basically know that what all are the major bright side and the dark side of that media usage. But let's recall that in spite of knowing everything, there are times that we are forgetting that what it is meant to be. So, if we talk about the positive and the brighter side of media, we say that yes, like in the whole pandemic time, in the whole this lockdown period, if there was only way to get connected, and that was connecting to our audience, connecting to the people virtually. So this is the era of virtual connect, and thanks to technology. Otherwise, I and Zanav ma'am, and in fact, I and Getty couldn't be together. All the moments which we capture, it becomes the memory is just because of the media. If we talk about the various talents and potentials, yes, this is it becomes a platform to showcase all your talents, all your potential to the world, and let the world know you as an individual with all what your capacity. Definitely, online and digital marketing, that has become a way to grow your business. And there are n number of business sites, online e-commerce websites which are operating. And there's a tremendous growth in the e-commerce sector, and we have started considering e-commerce as one of the blooming sector in terms of business growth. At the same time, technology has taught us its best version, that what all could be done using the use of making the use of best use of these technology. At the same time, it has helped us to find out, the explore the greater opportunity. The world is like an ocean of opportunity, and with this www, with this world wide web. With this connectivity, all of us have come to that page where we can find out things of our own choice, and we can explore a greater opportunity for ourselves. Not only this, whereas it has become another means of passive income. Like if you are a very good poet, if you are a very good singer, if you play any of the instrumental instruments well, you can go and start your own blogging, vlogging, YouTubing, and there are n number of such, blooming, mushrooming career using these social media platforms, and these are, z numbers. So definitely it has created a great opportunity for all of us to generate a kind of passive income at the same time. But as we say that every coin has its two different sides. So at the same time, there are some darker side of the usage of social media as well. That if we see excessive use, excessive use of anything or excess of anything is dangerous to health. It's really spurious, it's really injurious. So if we talk about social media, yes, the excessive use of social media is impacting our eyesight, is impacting our nerve system, is impacting our emotional state and emotional health a lot. At the same time, when we are hanging in around with people, we are in habit of ignoring the physical people around us and looking for the virtual, those who are, and then using making massive use of media, and dedicating almost all our time to, just to check the notification, just to, keep exploring unplanned, I must say, usage and unplanned operations of these platforms, social media platforms. Another important thing we see that, at times there is there's a cyber threat. Just because technology has become a boon for us, at the same time technology has brought certain, negativity at the same time, that it has become very dangerous for us. If we do not follow the cyber security law, IT law, we may get into a trouble, and then some of our personal secret data are also being shared knowingly or unknowingly to the people, which we see that very often we see that there are news surfing that yes, there is a cyber stalking, there are threatening, there are other kind of scams going on. So there are certain, some such aspect of usage of media which are also dragging us to the dirt for the same. We have become so lazy, we have increased our dependence over the gadgets that, jahan pe hum kya kar rahe hain, we just don't feel like to go outside and spend our time with people, meeting people, and then playing with animals, playing with kids. We are also engaged, we have been so savvy to the technology and the gadgets that we refrain meeting people and then roaming outside. So all that are actually hampering our overall health. Says one, most of the research conducted by Yale University, Rice University, America, US, and in fact the world is talking about the darker side of the social media platforms, which are massive. While thinking about my own habits, what did I do is I have noticed myself, and I have come up to certain observations. And I'm going to share my observation with you, that what all have I observed that which is happening with me. So I think you are also uh, observing and witnessing the same. Like, uh, instead of going to park, instead of going to the roadway in the evening when I come back from my office, what I love to do is to spend some time with my mobile phone. And we at times feel that we do not have, before going to bed we could sit with our family and we could spend some good time with our kids. But these days we are all engaged with mobile phone, watching Netflix, watching Z5. There are a number of web series going on, so we are so very much engaged completing the episodes rather spending time with family. Also we see that if we could have spent some less time on these social media, we could have spared some time for yoga, meditation, and chanting. That would have enhanced our immunity, so and the mental and emotional well-being. We are simply ignoring that area. At the same time, we do not find, when somebody asks you, come and let's join some, yoga classes, let's go and do some yoga, just do some physical exercise. We we don't have, we are so busy, we just don't have time to do all that. But what are we doing? We have enough time scrolling down the screen, and then keep checking the notifications, and unplanned is time spent on these different social medias. At the same time, there are, I believe, I belong to a city called Varanasi, and there are so many good great places like ghats, where the uh, even in the morning the subah banaras is very famous. So what I am observing to myself is like, there are so very much loved job which I used to do earlier, but now, from last 3 to 5 4 5 years, what I'm watching is, what I'm observing in myself is like, I am refraining myself going out from home, and it's, I really sit at home and with my, in isolation with my phone, tablet, gadgets, and being all around with gadgets, and I feel like it's pretty okay to me that fine, I'm making a very wise time, like usage of time with myself. And even when we go for traveling with some of our friends, family, and relative, what we do, we keep checking the maps and the directions, and how much time is left to reach to the destination. That we are not enjoying the journey. We are all puzzled about the destination. These lockdown has brought up such changes that all those games which, like housey, playing housey with family, it's spending a lot of time with families, playing ludo, or playing chess, playing carom, all that, where all our kinesthetic skills were being used. So we can observe that all those kinesthetic skills have all dumped up in a gadget, and it has all went on a online version, which is somewhere again involving us, engaging us with the different applications with us. So even I was a book lover, and I used to read. I'm like a sort. I'm like a bookworm. So at times I love fall in love with reading. What I feel is like, I've stopped buying books, and I've shifted all my energy to, this is something new called Kindle, and let's go to the ebook version. And what I find is, even surfing and reading those ebooks on my phone, I keep opening my social media notifications that pop up on the runtime by. So that's something I feel that I have absolutely engrossed, and I am in the trap, in a sheer bad trap of these media devices. Meeting with families at times, at any of the ceremonies and birthday parties, what are we are curious about? We are curious about to get ourselves clicked, and it is to be posted on any of these social media sites, and then we wait for the likes and the comments, and the people talk about ourselves. So somewhere all of us are have become so savvy, so dependent, so engrossed with these devices, that we are that the need of the hour is digital detox. And it's a must try for everyone by now. If you ask me, that yes, I have shared the kind of problems and what I have personally observed. I did not prepare anything. I have simply observed myself as an individual and my usage, and what all I have come as a conclusion. I thought I must share it with everyone. Probably there are people who are like me, and they are the people who are observing the same. So I have prepared a kind of a discipline for my own self. The very first D to remove this D is a discipline. So if you really want yourself to be detoxed with this digital, kind of, I must say, disease, there is one thing, discipline, you need to follow. The very first thing, you have to set up a limit for yourself, that how much is too much. This is to be decided by yourself. So a 30 minutes of a leisure time over social media, I repeat, leisure time over media. Because yes, we know that all of us are working digitally, online is a way out for the life to move further. So definitely all our productive work, productive engagement, where we are engaged with these devices, we cannot refrain it. But yes, the leisure time, the free time, where our mind, where your body, where social and emotional detoxification and release is required, at that time, set a limit to yourself that yes, not more than 30 minutes I'm going to spend over any other social media devices. So for this, first of all, you have to deactivate n number of accounts. Like I am available on Insta, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and n number of these devices. So you have to refrain yourself being available on so many platforms at the same time. At the other hand, you have to definitely, in a 7 days week, you have to devise, you have to make a point, you have to make sure that there is one day in your week which is a device free day, where you're going to put your phone onto airplane plane mode and keep it aside, and then spend your whole day either dusting and cleaning your home, decorating your home, gardening, whatever you love, playing with your pets, playing with your kids, cooking, anything of your choice. These days for ladies, cooking, they don't feel like to call their mom and then ask that aaj aapne kya banaya. It's easy to go to YouTube and check that how to cook this specific recipe. So knowingly and unknowingly, we are all being equipped with these devices. So definitely we have to set a day which is called a device free day, and this is the day you have to keep a promise to yourself that there will be no usage of media devices, telephone, etc. today. And today I am going to be myself. There's another way out for removing different distractions. Keep all your different notifications on either a mute mode, or set a specific time for them, that these notifications will be visible on that one specified day, or a time in a day, which means not whole day I'm gonna hear these bells of notifications. That distracts my usual work. So keep these notifications off. Set your plan your day, that this is the activities I have jotted down, that what I have to go for, what I have to write now. So this is how you'll be able to remove the various distractions. That recent research done by some of the University of US says that writing using a hexagonal pencil is really important for the human brain. It keeps the brain active. And yes, in due course of experimenting this same, what I have observed is this is really true, that if you write something, your retention becomes strong, and it becomes very easy for you to remember it for a longer period of time. So you can create some small pencil club in spite of typing it on a chat box. In spite of speaking it using the artificial intelligence, what you can use is pick up a pen and pencil and ask the family member to write down something and give them a specified time. So any creative activity using a pen and paper can be devised by you, and you can be the initiator for the same, and you can ask the family, friends, relative to join this pencil club, that yes, 30 minutes in a week we're going to spend on these club, and gradually you will see that there are people who are even forgotten different spellings, because we have into the phase of the WhatsApp text message writing, SMS short message services. So all our words and spellings have been come down to that a shortest level. So that's something. This is something very good. If you join a pencil club, if you create a pencil club in your own colony and locality, that's something really good. Other way out is definitely make like we keep a DND. Similarly, keep yourself that I am on a digital detox mode. So my friends, family, relative, everybody knows that yes, I have set a discipline for myself and for my family and for my kids, that this is how we're gonna detoxify ourselves from this digital negative influence. Our leisure time can't be consumed by these social media devices. So when everybody will be informed, there will definitely be a support system, and probably they will also take a lessons from you, because yes, there are it takes time to spread positivity, but someday someone has to give a start to itself. So it can be you itself. Makes sure that there are days when you try and move out of your house. It may be any small household work. It may be just bringing up a packet of chips from the market. It may be simply getting downstairs to your from your apartment, from your houses and cleaning your like vehicles. That's also a way out. It may be gardening, it may be just a walk, it may be going to any local temple for your own, kind of getting connected to the spiritual world. So there may be various ways you can stay out of your home and make sure that when you're leaving your home is just something you're near around. Keep your mobile phone at home and just go and enjoy what's all is happening in around your work. There are some of the neighbors whom you did not meet since pretty a long time. So just go and share, exchange a hi bye to them. Probably they're gonna feel better. Uh, at last, yes, we know that media has greater bright role to play. So if you can just find out whatever is your profession, like I am a teacher by profession, so even in my leisure time when I am supposed to use any of the media social media platform, I try and find the most creative use of the media, like what all how can I make my class online classes more interesting, what all the online classes games, how can I operate Google Classrooms, how can I operate and Hangout, how can I operate the Microsoft, what all is happening, what all the teachers in around the world are learning. So whatever is your profession, you can use this is a way out that you can find a creative ways of making your leisure time to get associated with media, so you can reduce your level of distraction, the peer pressure and the comparison. And at the end, I would just love to say that in this world of facilities, feelings are lost. In the world of digitalization, emotions are lost. And in the world of communication, conversation are lost. So before it becomes too late, it is our prime duty to take some greater steps and make the world a better place to live. Thank you. Over to Zainab ma'am.
Thank you, Pragya ma'am, for such an interesting section. I am also thinking to go on a detox, social media detox. Very interesting and like very easy things to do. Once in a week you can easily go on a social media detox, and you can, yes, you are right, like social media is something which distracts us from our actual things. Like previously what we used to do in our leisure time, prior to these social medias, when we were not having these laptops and mobile phones, we used to access social media on computers also, but for a very limited time. And then we were like reading books, doing physical activities and other things, going to cinema, watching movies, which were good. But like this cinema has come into our houses, and social media is there all through on our fingertips. So
Absolutely.
detox is something which is needed. Very interesting. So I would request my audience to type your questions in the comment box, and Ms. Pragya is here to answer your questions. Pragya ma'am, meanwhile they are typing their questions, I would like to ask you, like as we see that children are parents are being forced to provide these devices to their children because they have their classes on this, and so would you like to advise them or the parents?
Yes, ma'am. Being a teacher, the very first advice, and being a mother too, because yes, at the same time, I'm a parent as well. So, what I feel is like, do not give mobile phones, because mobile phones have, first of all, we have to be a very smart parents to handle these smart kids. So, for this, you must know that how to keep a track on what all being watched. A, if you're then also there's an age bracket. If your child is below the age of 6 or 7, you can uninstall the YouTube usual mode and you can install a YouTube kids on the devices. So definitely we cannot refrain our kids, because this is the era of digitalization and this is the need of an hour that they should learn technology. We cannot refrain them from learning technology, but yes, we can minimize the unnecessary, unproductive usage. Media time, screen time should be minimize. Like if a child is having, these days schools are also taking care of these things, that yes, the classes, there should be a 20 30, 20 25 minutes of gaps in between two classes if the kids are smaller. Also, not more than 3 to 4 classes in a day should be operated. So after those online classes, what we can do is we can definitely make some such engagement for our kids. Try a flinto, try a lego art, try something. Kids are missing the artistic days, they are missing the kinesthetic times. So just go and play an I spy with them, they will be very happy. Find some place at home and just skip, and then let's play together. And I think this is how the kids will find a better way, to get connected with family, and at the same time the body will feel tired, and at the day end they will have a happy sleep. So that's really required. It's a nicely put up question by you, Zanabna.
Thank you, ma'am, and you very well answered it. So, ma'am, I have a question. He's saying, when we see the screen time has drastically increased in recent times, and we saw that sudden change in the mode of learning, how do you see the opportunity of learning and improvement while detoxing from digital presence?
Right. A very nicely put up question. At the same time, again, I say, first of all, you have to recognize that are you really in that state? Like when I talked about myself, I gave you certain signs. Like I have become almost nomophobic. Leaving my phone somewhere is like a nightmare. I have lost my phone. There may be WhatsApp, Insta, Facebook notification. I'm a YouTuber as well, so there may be comments on my latest video which I have uploaded. So you have to understand your state of mind. If you are into that verge, you definitely need a digital detox. Yes, this is the time of technology, and learning all the way has flipped the version where you have to have a complete dependency over the uh, devices. So avoid using social media platform. Find a productive engagement in spite of using a mobile phone where you are having 20 other, what I can say, like applications installed. Go for a laptop. And definitely the charity begins at home. So discipline comes first. If you cannot keep a control on yourself and you expect somebody to detoxify your digitalization and your the negative impact of digitalization, that's not very possible. You have to set a bar that I think this 2.5 hour of learning in a day is more than enough for me. So do get into, ebooks are definitely good, but then make sure that you buy one book at least in a month or in a 6 month, depending upon your choice, and just sit and get into some reading. Because when, yes, there are ways, to get yourself productively engaged. So I think I am able to satisfy your quest.
Yes, ma'am. Surely you satisfied. I got the answer. So you are right. If at all you want your screen time, you can devote it to some productive things. You are watching your YouTube videos, so go watch some knowledgeable videos related to your topic, your subject, or maybe your interest. You are interested in history, maybe you are a commerce professor and you may be interested in history. You can go and explore videos or explore the text and material available on internet, relating to your query, and you can quench your thirst for that knowledge. So we have one more question coming, ma'am. Do you think that demographics play an important role in differentiating between good content and bad apps that the people should use?
Yes, for the same, there are IT rules made, a that there are kind of applications, kind of content which are being uploaded. It is to be, and you know that every rule and any rule which is made in our country, it takes some time to be legitimately followed. So we have to play when you talk about demography, yes, we have to play a very important role, a role of a responsible citizen. And we have to make sure that the kind of applications we are downloading, how much worth it is. Because there are applications, while downloading those applications, what we feel is there are unnecessary unwanted data drain. we are providing our very personal private secret data like contact number, like email address. We are passing it all as and when we accept the we allow all these applications to get access to our devices. So definitely you have to make sure that how useful is that application. A, can you utilize can you do the same functioning which that application is providing you using any other way? If it is if there is a way out, you can switch on to the ways. If not, if it is like the hardcore required to download that application, only then go for that. Because there are these days there are n number of applications. When you buy a mobile phone, see what all happens is these, as Zanab ma'am said rightly, that these days technology is on our fingertip. So it just take a very unplanned usage. If you did not plan, definitely nobody plans that okay, today 50 minutes of Facebook and 20 minutes of Insta. But then I think this is the need of the time, because this is how knowingly and unknowingly you observe your day, and I think you will get your answer.
Thank you, Pragya ma'am. So, in all, what I would like to sum this session up is we need to be disciplined, and we have been learning this since time immemorable. Our parents taught us, and our parents taught them to be disciplined in whatever we do. Our way of life should be disciplined.
True.
So, with this, we would like to wind up this session. Thank you so much, dear audience, and thank you so much, Pragya ma'am, for taking out your time and conducting this session. Please do visit our website for our upcoming trainings. And as we all know, that there are many and very interesting trainings coming up in July. So, a request to my viewers to go on our website and look for our training. Thank you so much. I would like to thank you on behalf of Global Education and Training Institute. Keep watching our live talks and keep getting yourself enlightened with these lovely ideas from our speakers. Have a very good evening. Bye bye.
Thank you.